Hey guys, I want us to talk about some very important flags, red flags, red flags in a relationship that you must deal with before you say I do, or before you make a decision of settling down with your spouse or with that person you love so much. May God bless love. Love is a beautiful thing. The first thing we are going to look at is communication. Remember, communication is a very vital key in whatever relationship center that you may find yourself, be it as at work, be it in a family, be it whatever. So when it comes to a relationship between two people, communication is the key. Yes, communication is the key. If you're in a relationship where you cannot communicate very well or communicate and come to a compromise, you need to work on that. Please don't assume that when you get married that's when you'll be able to communicate well, because even in a marriage it will be the same bug, and it will be even more difficult than it was before. And communication is not just talking and listening in a relationship, it is being honest and transparency of it, and being fair to say everything that you have to say, for the fact that you people both can be able to come to a compromise and to settle whatever thing that you have to settle as far as the communication center was concerned. The second thing is finances. Woo! Yes, finances. So many people do not think that it is an important factor until you are found in the marriage, and then you're being asked to maybe bring everything together to form one account, and you were not in an agreement to in with that before marriage. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about the finances. How is our finances going to be? How do you want to handle finance, or how do you handle finances when it comes to money? What do you think? How are we going to do? How are we going to take care of the children finances, like school fees, medical bills, whatever? If you need to talk about it, how much you're earning, what are you going to chip in as far as the financial responsibility of the family is concerned? What do you think? You need to talk about it, because some people, like the irony of women or some men, they think that, for example, for women is that as I'm getting married I'm going to have a surplus. The man's money is our money, but my money is my money. You need to talk about it to know the mind of that lady, to know if that is the irony she have, or some ladies will still work like, my money is our money, we can work together and invest. But you need to talk about it to understand the mind of the other person. Some men think that they can do everything for their wife, do everything for the family, and without any stress, while some have a different school of thought. I think it's a 50-50 kind of stuff. So you need to talk about your finances. Kids. We need to talk about the number of kids we need to have. As far as God is going to bless us, maybe more or less. But we need to talk about it, because some couples actually have issues of number of kids that they want to have. The woman wants just 2 or 1, and the husband wants more, or the woman wants more and the husband has less. You might look at it to be looking so little, until when you find yourself in a point where you don't have a say anymore, or you can't change anymore. That's when you know some women feel frustrated because they are wear out, because they feel their husband want more kids, and then they don't want, and they feel like maybe they are being used, because they have to give birth to the number of children their husband want, and it's not what they wanted. Marriage is a relationship between two people, and these two people must agree to be able to work very well. The joy of your home depends on your agreement, depends on you both. So you have to think about this vital sign. And then another thing is, as a red flag, if you're in a relationship where you feel like you should always be at the winning side no matter what, be careful. You need to work on it before you settle down, in such a way that when agreement comes, you don't care about the solution. What you care about is the fact that you should be at the winning side. You should argue to win. In a relationship, you don't argue to win. You seek for solutions. And so if your relationship is that kind of a relationship where when you bring a point out, you both argue, and then you are arguing to see who wins the argument, you have to think and work on those attitudes. Because in a marriage, one day you will surely have to burn your house, because you will argue until even the house will not contain your argument. So my dear, my brother, my sister, these are just the few things that you have to work on. Secondly, the social life. You need to talk about your social lives. Come to a compromise. Are you an outgoing kind of person as far as social life is concerned? Are you that kind of person who wants to explore the world, who loves traveling, who likes party, who likes looking good, who like to dress, who like you need to talk about it and come to a compromise in such a way that it should not weigh too much on one person, but it should be able to balance the two lives. Are you that kind of person who like popularity? Are you that kind of person who talk loud? Are you that kind of people? To work on them. Don't assume, don't be carried away by love. Someone said, do not love blindly. Do not enter love with your head and your mind and your heart, everything. You need to reason. You need to use your brain to think. And to think is to make the relationship matured and enjoyable. And you will only be the one to do it. So I just came out with this so that it can help you, or can help me, us, to be able to build an enjoyable relationship. A relationship where when we are out there, we feel so good being together. So work on those points: communication, finances, your children, the number of kids, argument, and don't forget investment. Always invest together. Talk about your investment plans together. Don't keep a secret. Thank you.